Thank you, Music Posse, for jump-starting our live stream, our last live stream for this calendar year. Notice how I said that, for this calendar year. As I am about to bring my co-host into today's live stream, let's get his crazy crew of real estate agents and brokers to welcome him in to today's conversation. So Jason, here's your crazy crew of people selling real estate. Here we go. Yep. His crew of brokers and agents are so diverse. It's hilarious. Some of them make me laugh when I see them. So Jason, what do you think of your crazy crew of brokers?
Sorry, I thought this was the cooking podcast. We're not doing the food podcast today. My bad. All right.
No need to apologize. This time of the year, when we're trying to multitask, when we're trying to work, sell, buy real estate, yes, there's always food in front of us, right?
Yep.
It happens.
Yeah, I love how you just roll with this stuff.
Well, I have to roll with it because otherwise I can't play off of your energy in what we do. Not to mention, as you can see, I'm kind of being like Jason today, donning the cap.
Well, I mean, regretfully, I've been told by my wife that I need to present better for the new year. I know, it's sad. So I'm gonna get my hair cut today, with the beard trimmed up. She says I look like a abandoned lighthouse keeper. Not a fan. So for 2026, I'm gonna be presenting more nice. For you all.
You're teasing me. You're teasing us. Okay.
She says, "Do you remember we lived in New York? How you used to look? How you used to dress?" It's like, oh yes, all right. Fine.
Or when you lived in San Diego, I bet you had a different look too.
Yeah, sloppy. Sandals. I don't think I wore socks for 2 years in San Diego.
You know what? When you're living in Southern Cal, Florida, southern states, well, certainly Florida. I mean, yeah, I know a lot of people who are in sandals and shorts and selling a ton of real estate, right?
Yeah, San Diego is just like
that.
Yeah, it's basically, if you want a hyper fast lifestyle, you go to LA. And if you want to be like surfer vibe and just chill all day long, you're in San Diego. So it was super laid back. I wore a suit one time moving from New York to San Diego. Yeah. And somebody asked me if I worked at Macy's. I was like, okay, put this away for forever.
and your answer was no, but I can help you sell your home.
Yeah. No, that was before real estate. That was a long time ago.
All right. So social media audience, if you are playing hooky today because you are having to work, Jason and I absolutely welcome you to our live stream of serving veterans who served us, as you heard me say earlier, this is our last live stream for this calendar year. Once we all enjoy our holidays, some of you are staying local, some of you are going farther away, whatever your reason is, we're going to start this back up in 2026. So if you're joining us for the first time, like I said, welcome. Yep. If you have joined us before or watched some of our previous on-demand episodes when you were playing hooky, please continue to give us your support. It means the world to Jason and myself, because little do you know, when we do this, it's really just Jason and I having kind of a random conversation, kind of reflecting back on maybe what we talked about several weeks before. And then we do blend it with some serious stuff, right? Which is what's going on with real estate, et cetera, et cetera. So with all of that said, Jason, let's start with some serious stuff. What is happening in the business of real estate with you, your crew, helping people sell homes, buy homes, invest in homes, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, I mean, we want to talk general market right now.
Yeah.
You know, closing times have slowed a lot. I think a lot of that is just due to weather. Things are taking longer to close. I think we're at 55 days now on average to close. You're probably seeing that as well. It's taking a little longer. I think earlier in the year we're at 44 days. So we're 11 days longer on average to close a property, which is kind of bonkers. So it's just more effort to get to the table, to the closing table for folks.
Yeah.
Did you switch us?
Yeah, I just switched you.
Ooh, fancy. No, wait for the disco ball. If you got one of those, something crazy. All right. So besides that, we're still pretty low on inventory.
Okay.
It's winter, so stuff is obviously going to sit longer. That being said, we're still closing. Stuff is still closing in December. We get a little boost right after Christmas because everybody's going to be sitting on their phones at Christmas.
Right.
They don't want to have another conversation with Uncle Bobby about, you know, his time in the National Guard or whatever he did.
Yeah.
They're going to be on their phones looking at houses. And we always see a little uptick in showings around the holidays. So we've seen that just even starting this week. We're getting more showings on houses, showing requests. So that's good. Yeah, that's kind of where we're at. Things are slow because it's wintertime. It's Chicago.
Yeah. And I think things are slow because of, you know, the change in season, but also, I mean, I've noticed this. Sometimes things slow down because the start of what we do together, which is we get a property under contract between the two parties. We go through the due diligence, attorney inspection review. Sometimes that stretches out, I've noticed, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's just more for the attorneys to kind of chat about.
Yeah. It's harder to get those specialists in that we need too. If we get the inspector, a lot of people have left the area, they're on vacation. So you got to get your third or fourth inspector. And then if you need a specialist, mold remediation or asbestos or lead or something like that, radon. Again, it's just more layers of people you have to find at a time of year when people don't really want to work. So
yeah, that's true. It's true. As I joke with my team, Jason, because in the month of November, right? That's when the two holidays start, right? People start mentally checking out Thanksgiving, Christmas, Hanukkah, you know, whatever.
Yep.
I joke with enough of my team, which is, okay, for those of you thinking of and having to take your time off because it's a use or lose situation, let's make sure we prioritize what loans we have to close and fund, because I joke with them a lot this way. Yeah. The longer something sits in our pipeline, it's going to stink and it's going to get ugly. Right?
That is hilarious because I've always thought of it as like an oil pipeline, but you think the pipeline is a sewer pipeline. That's fantastic. I'm stealing that. But here's the thing.
there's truth to it. And enough of my assistants, processors, underwriters, when they hear that, they give me a little side eye, but then they lean in and say, "Oh, Bill, that's so true." And I'm like, "Well, that's why I share that with you, is to remind you, we got to prioritize. We can't let off, Yeah. We can't let off. So audience members, last episode, if you watched it or listened to it, Jason and I spent some time walking you through what we call some current buyer-seller profiles. By the way, because this live stream is all about serving veterans who served us, in our previous episode, you can go back to it, by the way. All right, just hit my YouTube channel, or if you can't find that, I can't understand why, then the old school method is hit Jason up, hit me up, and we'll get you there. But anyway, previous episode, we share some visual infographics, visual aids to support the current buyer-seller profiles, and even down to veterans, right? So all of that being said, Jason, I got to drop this and share this with you.
Okay.
I was recently introduced to a client. Actually, it's not a new client. It's a client I started a conversation with. Get this, like 4 years ago. We had a great conversation, didn't really go anywhere. And then all of a sudden, we got reintroduced by another person that apparently knew the two of us. And so when I got reintroduced to her, I thought, I know this name. And it took me a while. I dug in a little further. I was like, oh, yeah, I've spoken to her before. And so when we got reconnected, reintroduced, my first comment to her was, Mary, I think we've met before. And she said, yes, we have, Bill. And she caught me up on it. All right. Okay. So where am I going with this little backstory? She surprised me. She's a veteran and she has never used her VA loan benefit. Can you get that? However, that's not a negative thing. It was no disadvantage to her. But I was surprised when she dropped that in our most recent conversation, because I am helping her with something. And
wait, has she ever bought a house?
She's bought and sold property, but she has not used her VA loan benefit. And I even asked her why, and she had a great answer for me. All right. And so my point is, social friends, for those of you watching this who are veterans, who've enjoyed our content, and if you have never used your VA loan benefit before, my point in bringing this up is maybe you're not alone, because I found someone who's not used it. She gave me a great reply as to why. Now, flipping the coin, for those of you who are eligible veterans, surviving spouses of a veteran who sacrificed his or her life in combat, you also qualify for using the VA loan benefit. Don't forget, that's a nice benefit for you. And Jason knows this because, thank you, sir, you also served to protect us. And so just reminding all of you, right? It's not a wrong thing or right thing. Everybody's a little bit different. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
Bill, while you're on this topic, let me piggyback a little bit.
Yeah, please do.
I literally talked to somebody.
Okay.
What's going on? I literally talked to somebody yesterday who told me that their uncle or somebody told them they weren't eligible.
What?
Yeah. And I was like, no, you don't listen to your uncle. Don't listen to the guy down the street. Like, actually talk to
a professional
and find out if you're eligible or not. I've seen people who, they were only in a few months and got medically discharged, and they were in long enough that they were eligible.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know. There's different conditions and there's different circumstances that allow for people to be eligible.
That's right.
During COVID, there were deployments of National Guard people, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You were deployed during COVID. You are now eligible for a VA loan, even if you haven't done your full 6 years in the National Guard.
That's right.
So there's don't believe what people tell you. Actually go and apply for the COE, the certificate of eligibility.
Bingo.
And see and
Yeah.
make sure.
Make
sure.
Make sure.
Don't assume that you're not eligible, because it's a great benefit. So,
that's right. It is a great
off my soapbox now.
Yeah. Great reminder. Great reminder. And even more powerful, more impactful coming from you, an eligible veteran who has served. And so, yeah, love that. So
I used mine multiple times.
Yeah. So with all of that, let me now bring up some additional visual aids to help us in our conversation. Jason, here we go. Right. We all hear, learn, watch differently. Some people will listen. Some people need to see stuff. So as you and I have been doing our live streams, I picked up on that feedback. And so, yes, visual aids are important. So let's bring this up. This is something that I found online from, guess where? Military Times, people. Okay. And this is showing, the veterans' average income by state. Let me zoom into some local areas I know you have some roots in. So look at this, California. California median income, remember, median is about, let me look a little further. It's about a little over 65 G's. Does that resonate with you?
Yep.
Okay. Let's now go into the land of Lincoln. Land of Lincoln, surprisingly, 72 G's. Does that surprise you?
Not really.
No. Really? Why you say that?
Well, you look at who some of the biggest employers are for military. Okay. You got post office, you've got police, fire.
Okay.
And those are pretty high paying jobs when you get past that 5 or 6 year mark.
Wow.
So you're right. I can see that.
Right. You're right.
Illinois does good by its public servants. So
true. And let's not forget, Jason, I am certain and I know some veterans who are now in the corporate world, who lead a company, leaders who started a business. Well, heck, like you, man. Right.
I also have veteran agents with.
Yes. Why? Yeah. You're bringing your brotherhood, sisterhood together. So let me now share with you this. This was also from Military Times. Let me zoom into it. And you nailed it right on the head.
Yeah.
The biggest industry employing veterans are in the public sector, right? And guess what? Physicians and surgeons.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they have that discipline to go through all of those years of school. Can you believe that? Not to mention, some of them get their student loans and whatever kind of written off because they served in the public capacity.
Yeah, it helps when the military underwrites that education.
Right. Yeah. Now, let me add on to another industry that I think is so hot and transformative right now. Let me zoom into it. It's this sector, the tech people, right? Software developers, application developers, and then the IT people, right? Yeah. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, I like that bottom one too.
You like it? Oh yes. Oh, sorry, I forgot. Yes, let me zoom into that for you.
But I like the comparison because I see this all the time.
Yeah.
Really, there's a few industries and a few backgrounds that do really well in real estate, and military service is one of those. But you see the difference in the money.
Yes. And by the way, yes, this visual aid is all about, veterans, what they earn versus non-veterans, someone like me, who could not serve, chose not to serve, or whatever your reason was.
It's not too late.
It's not too late. I don't know, Jason.
Get you an exemption or something.
That's right. So with all of that said, I wanted to share that with you all today, as Jason and I have fun each and every episode doing this. By the way, tell Obella, I think your persona when you show up for this kind of stuff is spot on. Come on, we gotta have fun, right?
Yeah. I mean, she just says I look messy, so I gotta unmess a little bit.
Well, you know, your full beard, you know, makes you like Navy tough. Come on.
I mean, I feel like it makes me wise, like Gandalf, you know, or like a wizard. When she said homeless lighthouse keeper, I was like, oh, that's not good.
I was going to, by the way, I was gonna do it, but then I thought, oh, maybe I shouldn't. I was gonna text you before we started our live stream today.
Yeah.
And text you cryptically, abbreviated. Jason, remember your gag gift with your, what is it, your beer charm?
Yeah. You know what? It crossed my mind last week to wear that for this. And then I forgot. But I got Christmas ornaments you can hang in your beard.
And in your beard, right?
Pretty awesome.
Yes. So
Second time in a row I've gotten that gift.
Yeah. So my point is, if you still have that gag gift, save it. We will drop it in the next episode when it's appropriate. How's that?
Well, we can do Christmas in summer.
Yeah, we can do Christmas in summer.
Christmas in July or something.
Yeah. Well, so with all of that said, thank you for joining me today. Before you are to take off for a warmer climate, and also I know, you know, your family, everybody's kind of busy. So thank you for squeezing this in so that we can serve our veterans who served us. And in return, you and your brokers and agents can serve them as well with their journey, their life events, when they have to either sell and or buy real estate. So audience members, you might be thinking, hey, you guys are hilarious. Yes, that's the feedback we want. That is absolutely the feedback that we want. And you might be thinking, well, how do I get a hold of one of you or both of you? Because yes, I do need your help. It's really simple, people. All you need to do is scan the QR codes that you see here, especially the one next to Jason's corporate headshot. Look at him. No hat, suit up. Yeah. You will, once you scan that QR code, you will be in a position to start a conversation with him. And if you need my help along the way, of course, to not forget to use your VA loan benefit. I will lean into the conversation as well to help you get to your next chapter in your journey of real estate. And as I teased on social media with everyone as to why you should stay until the end, Jason, I've got a nice holiday cheer to surprise everyone. Oh, hang on. Let me collapse this visual here. And here we go, everyone. Some nice holiday cheer to get you into your mood of gift giving, gift getting, and having those conversations with your wonderful, sometimes crazy family. Here we go.